there's a concept of something called the entertainment. It's from a book called Infinite Jest by this guy called Wallace. That's his last name. And the concept is that it's just a story, to be honest, and it's like a cross story from his journey from rehab to a story when it comes to like this kingdom or like this society where the leaders are using this thing called the entertainment to literally like kill people. The concept of this is that there will be this ultimate form of entertainment where anyone that watches it will just die because it's just such a good piece of content, and it's just such a like stimulating piece of content that they will just watch it over eating, drinking water, sleeping, socializing, like everything you can imagine. And I think this is a future where we're pretty much just heading right now. We now with AI, and in the future of AI, we will be able to essentially predict the brain's patterns, and we will be able to predict a lot of stuff. A lot of stuff. Right now, we can predict like what we can predict is math, and we can predict like the trajectory of things if we know other stuff. But in the future, where AI is like such a like ultimate like super intelligence, it will be able to be able to predict where atoms are going to move, in which order, and how they're going to move, and such like to just such a detail. And that's just like the concept of the entertainment, I think, is just it's just a symbol of what will happen, or what could happen, where we're just like we've made something that is way beyond our comprehension, where we don't even like it's like yeah, it's just like I think it's such a like an incredibly interesting time to live in right now, because this thing that we don't know how works will be able to surpass us in any way possible, because it doesn't have the constraints that we have. And fundamentally what it is that like the reason why it's so powerful and way more powerful than us is because it can such a low barrier to entry to for it to such a low cost for it to duplicate itself, first of all. Second is it's able to learn and take in so much more inputs than we can ever imagine. And it can also take all of that input and essentially put all of those lessons, all of those like all the training data, all the training into like one model without having to decode it or like we have history. Like that's the way we've learned what to do and what to not do. But over history, there will be communication disturbances where we just haven't lived in the time yet. Like let's say like with war, there's this thing called like the cycle of war where every other 80 years or something, that's when it happens a new war. And I'm pretty sure like the reason for that was because the generation that experienced a war is dead, which means that the generations that haven't experienced a war is the ones that control the world, which will then, because like if you've been in a war, you're probably not gonna start, like if you're a war leader and you've been in a war, you're probably not gonna start a war anytime soon, in like because you know how brutal it is. So yeah, But yeah, again, like back to the entertainment. I think it's incredibly interesting, which I've said a lot. But I do think it's incredibly interesting because it's just like the concept of there being just something that's like the ultimate perfect thing that will make us like so addicted. It's interesting. It's really interesting. Uh, but it's also scary, you know. It's also scary as well, where we have to be careful. Yeah, I'll see you tomorrow.